I said it's a I said it's a I said it's a Purple Pants Premonition.
And we are here. It is a new year. And with a new year, we are back with your Purple Pants Premonitions of January 2024. I am here with our co-host, the one, the only, Gary DeAndre Gangsta Gurry. Welcome back to this amazing new year.
Oh my God, I cannot believe it's a new year. I cannot believe we are in 2024. I can't believe I'm still alive. Oh my God.
Right? We made
God
it through.
help me on. Okay, we made it through. We held on. We held on tight because listen, 2023 had me by the okay. She snatched me up real fast.
2023, it definitely was a moving train, and it was giving either you going to get on board or the train is going to run you over and leave you behind. So
Yes.
it is amazing to be here in this new year, and I'm just excited to see what the premonitions has for us. I also was cracking up. I think on our last premonition video, somebody wrote in the comments like, I was today years old when I learned that Gangsta Gurry's name was DeAndre. I was like, well, where you been at?
Yes, I was about to say, listen, and I like Gary DeAndre, just a little bit of insight because my father's name is Gary as well. So adding the DeAndre on the end, it gives a little differentiation. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like I am not my father, okay? I am just me. But yes, Gary DeAndre is the name. Gangsta Gary, if you're nasty, okay? And it's so good to be back here in a new year. And I'm excited to talk about what we can expect for the year. I'm going to do this kind of like as a general, what we can look forward to, not just for the year, but also in the month of January, and just what we can kind of like expect as we are traversing throughout this month. And I'm looking forward to leaning a little bit more into these gifts. I feel like that was one of my intentions as I started this year. I was like, listen, baby girl, you are the prize and you do have a gift, and you should not be second guessing whether or not the gift should be shared. So we're going to share all the gifts and all the thoughts and all the premonitions. Because listen, I be in my own little existential crisis land, and I'm like, can we give the give? And I'm like, we're going to give the give in 2024. 2024, give me more.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. What did Beyonce say on the Renaissance tour? She said, you are the visual, okay?
Okay.
You are the gift. So yes.
Yes. And 2024 in numerology breaks down to the number 8. So for my numerological friends out there, the number 8 in numerology means abundance. It means expansion. It means big money. It means people going to be seeing you. It also means self-empowerment, right? So how are you empowering yourself as you are going throughout this year? How are you stepping outside of your comfort zone? This is the year to really just try everything, throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, because it's going to be beneficial for you if you put yourself in a place to really just do what calls your heart's desire, right? I think a lot of the times we get so caught up in thinking about what we should do or what looks right. And I think that this is going to be a year where we just allow ourselves to do what feels right for us.
Mm.
And a lot of the times we get so caught up in what other people's perceptions of what feels right for us. It's going to be us sitting with ourselves and checking in with just like the highest version of ourselves and asking, what would my best self do? And if my best self wouldn't do it, do I really need to be on that type of time right now? I
Mm.
remember it brought me something at the end of last year. It was like, pay attention to the people you spend time around, especially those that are like, as I like to say, in the world a lot. So that means just like out partying really heavy, or out just like not really focusing on bettering themselves, or you didn't really see them do a lot of that this year, because those are going to be the distractions that hinder you from being the best version of yourself as you're going into 2024. So that's kind of like my onset. Wait, do we have, so another little thing I like to ask the universe and the spirit guys, I'm like, do y'all got any more guidance before I continue on? And they're like, yes, we do have some more guidance. So what other guidance do we have? The themes of trust in relationships
Mm.
are coming up as well. And it's just like, do we trust the relationships that we have to help support us through this year? I think a lot of the times we have this semblance of thinking that people really have our backs when they don't. So it's like, who are actually the snakes in our corner? And it's like, this is the year to get rid of them. Like,
Mm.
keep your ideas and your thoughts and your visions close to your chest until they have manifested. Because when you like being mindful of what you speak, it's like, yes, you can share with certain people, and there are people that you can trust. But then there are folks where it's just like, when you let the vision seep out, it allows the vision to just go somewhere else. And you want to hold on to that for yourself this year. So be very mindful, be very quiet, hush, 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 like the Pussycat Doll said, okay? Like, it's giving very that.
Okay. I was thinking, loosen up my buttons, baby.
Okay,
Uh.
listen.
Okay, for this.
You can have a little bit of that. You can have a little bit of that too. I'm not saying that can't be a part of the, but that doesn't mean that you can't hush hush, because
Hush.
like, shh, it gives the allure of sexy, okay, and it gives the allure of bringing somebody in, bringing people into the fold. So keep it quiet. That's going to be good for you this year. So, how does that make you feel before I continue on into some cards?
I mean, I think that it's on brand. I feel like what I got from what you were just speaking lends more to me with like my boundaries, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
setting clear boundaries. And what would my best self do? My best self might not participate in what somebody else is doing, or my best self might actually say no, and my no means no. So I think that
Yeah.
for me, it's like, along the lines of like setting clear boundaries as far as like what I want to do, how I want to move, and who I choose to be around. And that's all right, right? Like
Yes.
that's my prerogative.
And you got to stick to it as well, because that's the other thing. Like, once you say something, if you're going to say it, you got to be about it. And the more that you bout it, the more things that are about it in that direction come your way. So it's like, if you going to do it, be real with your stuff this year,
Mm.
very much. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't let up on your boundaries. And if you make a promise, stick to it. I know that I was very loose on myself when it came to certain boundaries that I wanted to have. She was okay, she was gaping.
Oh,
But at the same time, she was just like, okay, like, now we going to, okay, like Nene said, we going
not the Bob, okay? Not the Bob.
not the
It's
bomb.
it's
Okay.
tight.
It's tight. Okay. It's back to being tight. New year, counter, reset. Okay. We're trying over again. But our main card to represent what we will see throughout this year is magnetism through gratitude. And this is represented in the turkey. The turkey is the number 31 in this deck. So I love that it's 30 days, half September, April, June, and November. So, right, January got 31 days. So we're starting off the year with gratitude. Okay. So I want you to think about something that you're grateful for every day in the month of January. And I want you to think about what you can spend your time being thankful for, right? You can be thankful for the fact that you made it another day. You got two things to be grateful for first thing in the morning. Your eyes open. And I know that that's given real churchy, but it's the truth. Sometimes it's just waking up in the morning and getting a good morning text from somebody. I know that maybe there will be one morning where you're waking up and you're feeling really crappy, and somebody reaches out to you, and that could just be a moment of gratitude. So it's just like, you draw things towards you the more positive you are. And can I be transparent for a second?
Let's do it.
Listen, in 2023, one of my little teens was like, you're kind of negative. And I was like, really? Especially because I think, well, it wasn't a surprise. I'm not about to sit here and lie. But it's like, for me personally, especially because I spend a lot of my life in a space of just like reading and talking about like guidance and stuff like that. I'm like, how can I allow myself to be so pessimistic instead of looking at the optimism of things and looking at the good side of things? And that's something that I really wanted to just like commit to as I go into this year. It got so easy to be negative because of everything that was happening in 2023, or just even throughout the last like 3 years of our lives. Like, it's been a crazy 3 years. And I want to point out the fact that just like what I noticed for myself is, I started my journey through my 30s, my midlife, I guess you could say, in the middle of the pandemic. So I'm still navigating what it's like to be in this stage of my life. And doing that while also trying to just like be positive and just be like, okay, like things are not where I thought they would be. But at least I'm trying to get to know myself has been quite the journey, to say the least. But as long as I stay grateful for the fact that I'm still able to learn and have people that care about me enough to just like reflect these things to me, and it also allows me to just like share those things with other people, because it's like my gift is being able to give that gift of reflection to others. So it's like I'm grateful to be able to do that, and I hope that others are grateful for their own journeys and their own lessons that are coming through their own reflections as well. So I say all that to say that with the turkey, with the magnet, the more that we look at the things that are good for our hearts, good for our souls, good for our spirits through these 31 days, and the more that we can focus on what is going to be positive for us as we are shifting and transitioning, we're going to be in a good place.
Okay. Come on,
So
turkey.
I had to. Okay, come on, turkey. Okay, gobble gobble, bit. A little gobble gobble, and thank you for also letting me share a little transparency moment. She likes to get a little transparent. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Well, I think that we all struggle with that. I feel that that's one of the things that I struggle with in a lot of my friendships where they're like, why you only got negative things to say? And so, like, in some self-reflection, because I love a little self-reflection. It's like I feel like I've just been my temperament or my life setting hasn't been great, or I feel like I'm always being passed over or something. So it's like for me, it's like a self-preservation thing, right? If I can see a
Mm-hmm.
situation and I can identify the negatives, then I know what's coming at me. But I feel like I'm on a road to a better Brice. I feel like sometimes that is like self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, well, yeah, you can see the bad things. And if that's the only thing that you kind of tend to highlight when they do illuminate, that's what you will see. However, there
Yep.
could be also other things being illuminated, but because you have already kind of set this preset to look for the negative, you tend to just kind of go to the negative. So it's really I receive that because I work on trying to see the positive, or I think a more realistic goal for me is not vocalizing the negativity that I might see in something, because then it's like, all right, if I could just keep it to myself, then I won't vocalize it. Then people won't be like, well, you only see the negative. So that's like, something that I've actively been working on. So I love hearing you say that, because it reminds me that in 2024, I want to, you know, I want to peep the
Shift away.
scene, right? Scope the scene, take my time and let the things unfold. And if they happen to be negative, they
Yes.
might be negative, but also like, allow it to unfold and let me dissect it. And there might be some positive things in there that I can take from it.
Absolutely. And also, even if you have the negative point of view, it's like the framework of how you bring it up is very important.
Mm.
So I just saw something fly. It looked like a little angel flew by my window, child. I don't know what
Oh,
it was.
we
Okay, I don't know what it was. It was I don't. Okay, it was something that flew by my window. It gave me chills. I was like, and girl, I live on the third floor, so I'm like, nobody should be up here. So what was that, honey? But what I will say, it was going to make me reflect on like sometimes it's important to let people know like this is how I'm feeling. Can you help? Can you help me to shift that? And then if they can reframe it, because sometimes we don't know how to reframe it, we haven't been given the tool in order to
mm,
focus on the gratitude or focus on the graciousness. And we have to rely on our community in order to do that when we feel comfortable enough to do that. So please lean on your friends, okay? Lean on your people. That's all I'm going to say on that. But Turkey's medicine comes to speak to us about abundance and prosperity through the virtue of gratitude. When we are thankful for what we currently have, life draws to us more things to be grateful for. Come on now, somebody. You are on the verge of super magnetism. Turkey medicine says you draw in dynamic levels of abundance through gratitude. Creating and continuously deepening your practice of gratitude will act like a spark that ignites the charge of your magnetism. What accomplishments have you achieved? What desires have you worked so hard toward that have manifested? Focus on these achievements and truly appreciate them. A wonderful daily practice is creating a gratitude journal. Take a few minutes every day to write down all the things you're grateful for. To really connect to the feeling of gratitude, try listening to music that moves you deeply while writing in your journal. If you want to take it a step further, try gratitude dancing. I love a little gratitude dancing. Put on the music that amps you up. Move and dance in gratitude. Thank the universe for all that you have received and will receive. This is a powerful technique and lots of fun to do with friends too. And it also talks about just like it's time to get excited. Like, I love a good journal. I journal every day. I have my blog, so I love that. So I'm already doing that. And I also love that the gratitude dancing is something that I can add. And remember when I used to get on Instagram and I used to do my little dancing and stuff like that? Maybe she needs to start bringing that back. Maybe a video will pop up in 2024.
Oh,
You never know. It's right, because she's giving thick and delicious these days. So you know what I'm saying? If you see a little thick and delicious moving on the Instagram, you know what's going on. Okay?
listen, I'm here for it. Abundance, okay?
Abundant, okay? What's giving?
I
But
love
yes,
it.
that's what Turkey speaks to for the year. So make sure you're moving, make sure you're writing, make sure you're showing gratitude. What are some of your favorite ways to show gratitude, either for yourself or for people in your life?
I'm like a gift giver, right? But not in the sense of big elaborate gifts. I might be at a store and I see like the Vaseline little mini chapsticks that I know my friend likes, and I'm like, oh, I'll grab that and just like randomly drop it off and just say like I was thinking about you. Um, I don't know the random
Yeah, that's a
gratitude.
good start. Yeah,
Yeah,
random moments of gratitude are just being like, reach out to your people and be like, I love you.
right.
You
But
know what I'm saying? Like those random texts.
yeah, we love it, but I don't know. Honestly speaking, transparently speaking, I don't know like the gratitude things that I do for myself. I think that some of the things that I do for myself are like in my mind might be a little positive, but really are they great? Because sometimes it's like, oh, I had a stressful day at work. Let me treat myself to a cocktail. And so it's like those aren't great things. But yeah, so I think that I actually need to work on gifting myself things and doing things and like just being grateful for myself and showing myself love in 2024, even though it's been a journey and I always talk about it, but sometimes I deflect,
Hmm.
put it back on somebody else. But I don't really show myself that much gratitude, and so I need to work on that.
Okay, so I'm gonna be check. So that means that I'm gonna be your accountability buddy. Okay,
Okay.
buddy. And I'm gonna be checking in on you in February. Actually, I'm gonna give you till March. Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna give you
okay.
till March, right around your birthday.
Okay.
Right. Okay, a little after. Be like, okay, so what's tea? What's tea? How you feeling? What's Gucci?
Yes.
So, and everybody sees that. So we gonna bring it up. How you loving on you, Brice?
Yeah. I mean, I know what I
Hmm.
need to be doing, and I just been putting it off. But again, one of the ways, actually, I take that back. One of the ways that I do show gratitude to myself, but sometimes it feels like a chore. It's like me getting back into my running bag and like doing my little exercises for
Mm,
myself. Although I be hating it, in the end, I really do love it because you feel motivated, you feel healthy, and so that's. But I always hate to bring it up at the top of the year because it's like, oh, how convenient, new year, new me. We going
yeah,
like,
new to me. Yeah.
but that's just been something in my spirit for the long time. I think I've just been so caught up and so busy that I've just been on autopilot and I haven't really had time to take myself to the mechanic and get up under the
Yeah.
hood and replenish my wiper fluid, change my oil, do all of the things that need to be done, rotate my tires.
So listen, we need you a little fixer upper.
Yeah.
Okay, the quick quilted, the fixer upper. That's what we need for you. Okay,
Yeah.
Brycey.
Okay. We
So,
see it.
and okay, we see it. So I definitely love that for you, and we'll have to check in, and I'll let y'all know what mine looks like when the year comes up. So I know that I have rambled on and on and on about the turkey, so I want to give us a little bit of action on how we can make sure that we're taking care of the turkey in the month of January. This comes up with discontent and boredom. Okay, discontent and boredom is just like what's making you feel a little bored, what's making you feel a little withdrawn. Stop doing those things. Okay, if it's not fulfilling your spirit, let it go.
Mm,
drop it. If it's not making you feel gratitude, it has to stop. And it's just like if it's something in your spirit that's making you feel less than, or anytime you do it or after you do it, you feel guilty, why are you doing it? Let it go, please, because it's not adding prosperity. Once you let
mm,
that ish go, the prosperity will begin. Okay. Number one at the top. So this is just like at the very beginning of you starting something brand new, you plant the seed.
mm,
Okay. The tree will grow. Okay. But also have to remember that all the elements have to work in order for things to be able to come together. So don't remember, it's not just the seed planted, it's also the hands that go into it that prepared it. It's
mm,
the energy that's going into it, the love, the intention, all of those things together, all that power combined is what lets the seed bear fruit. So you have to be mindful of being conscious. What am I dropping? And then after I release something, after I make space for that new seed that I'm trying to plant, and I put some love into it, water it, you know what I mean? Be specific about the seed that I'm planting,
mm.
just one seed, then things will grow. And that's what I want you to focus on. Just one seed that you're planting in the month of January that is being added from whatever is being removed. So it's like I'm letting go of one thing in order to replenish and replace with something beautiful.
Mm.
That it? That's it. That's it. That's a good reading. That's
Oh no,
enough.
that
That's
is. That
enough.
is. And I feel like that
That's
even
good.
comes back to what you were saying earlier about like keeping the people around you, right? Because it's not even about the seed. It's not like it's also the atmosphere, right? The atmosphere has to be right in
Mm-hmm.
order for the seed to sprout and bear fruit. So,
Yes, and we got to have a good atmosphere. And I did pull one more, and it talks about forgiveness.
mm,
Forgiveness is an important part of healing.
mm,
So please forgive yourself, even if you make a mistake with that one seed that you planted and you know you overwatered it one day, maybe, or you forgot to take it outside and put it in the sunlight so it could get its sun one day. That's okay. Or maybe one day the thing that you let go of, you brought it back in and you realized that it wasn't supposed to be there no more. It's okay. Give yourself some grace. Forgiveness is an important part of healing, but don't let it become a routine. That's when you allow yourself to fall into those pitfalls. And that's something that I want us all to focus on in 2024 as we are focusing through gratitude. So, yeah, that's my reading for the month of
yes.
January.
Okay. Well, listen, we are planting the seed, and we have to do the work, right? Like, and so I
Yes.
I received that. I feel like January is a new beginning, and I feel like it's like I'm ready to do the work. I'm ready to begin anew, but it's keeping that momentum. And so I appreciate this premonition this month because I really feel like it's right on target. And I feel like it's something that a lot of people can relate to and they can take from it.
Yeah.
And that's the point of the premonitions is to like, to be transparent, to talk about things and to, see what the spirit realm, see what the cards is pulling for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
they be right on time.
Okay, and it's a drag for me too because I'm like, listen, it's telling me, as Kim K said, get your stuff in work. Seems like nobody wants to work these days, and I'm like, I really don't want to work these days. But you know what? Nothing is happening the way that I would like for it to. So I guess I have to get up and work. So we're gonna get up and work. Okay.
Yes.
Period. As Rihanna said, work, work,
Work,
work,
work,
work,
work,
work.
work.
Okay.
Yes. Well, we are going to work this year, and we're bearing fruit, right? We're speaking it into existence. We're planting the seeds, we're doing the work, and we're going to seek abundance in 2024. So this has been your Purple Pants Premonitions for January by the wonderful, the amazing Gary DeAndre, aka Gangsta Gurry. You got anything going on that people need to know about?
Yes, I was gonna say if you would like your own personal reading from me, please hit me up. I'm giving yearly readings where you can get to know what's going to be happening in your own year. If you're interested, email me, gangsterguri@gmail.com. You can find me on Instagram, gangsterguri. I be on Miss Twitter or whatever, or formerly Twitter, X, I guess. So you can find me there as well. And yeah, I'm around in these streets. And I do have a
Yes.
deck coming out. So please be on the lookout. May 28th, 2024. Tarot for You and Me. And I'm very excited about that. So
Yes.
yes.
I love it. And I just want to help someone plant the seed. So if you are a Purple Pants Posse member and you are watching this video or you're listening to it and you follow Gangsta Girly on Instagram and you follow Brice Isaiah on Instagram and you follow the Purple Pants Podcast on Instagram, let us know in the comments of this YouTube video. And I want to provide somebody a Gangsta Girly reading in 2024. So if you are following us, I want to help you plant the seed. And, write in the comments, I want to read in, and I'm going to go back and check because I'm doing the work. And yeah, I want to give somebody a free reading from Gangsta Girly because we got to plant the seed, and it's about community. So it's not about just what we're going through. It's important to help water the community. So listen, if you want a free reading from Gangsta Girly, make sure you're following him on Instagram, you're following the Purple Pants Podcast, you're following Brice Isaiah, and you let us know in the comments you want to read in, and I'm gonna pick somebody. So yeah, come on, we going into 2024.
Let's do it
with gratitude.
Amen. Wow. Thank you. And I have gratitude for you. I appreciate and love you so much. I love you all. Thank you all for listening. And it's always a gift to be here. And in another year, okay, because we've been doing this for a very long time. It's another year of Purple Pants Premonitions. Oh, get into it.
This has been your January Premonition.
I said it's a I said it's a I said it's a Purple Pants Premonition.